Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today, where I'll be doing final testing on Bryan's Breckwell P24 Pellet Stove Controller. Bryan sent me this one because he had complaints that the stove was pushing too many pellets into the stove, especially at low speed, that it was causing his stove to get really hot and the room to get too hot, and he was not able to control it. And I thought at the time that perhaps he had a bad solid state relay on the circuit board. Bryan sent me this after we spoke. I received it earlier this week, and I've had it on my tester for the last 48 hours, running constantly. Unfortunately, Bryan, I have to say that I do not see a problem with this controller. Everything is functioning correctly. So we'll speak again on the phone and we'll see if we can resolve any issues your stove might have. I have a few questions for you that I'll follow up with and see if we can resolve your issue together. But at this time, I cannot point to anything wrong with the controller. Let's go ahead now and turn on the controller, and we'll go through final testing before I return this controller to Bryan. I'll turn on the controller, and when I do that, I expect to see two of the light bulbs at the back come on. One of them indicating blue, which is the combustion fan, the exhaust fan, and the one in red, which is the convection fan. It simulates the convection fan on your stove. So let me turn that on. And we see both those lights came on as expected. Nothing else is happening. I am in low mode right now. So if I do switch that to high, we'll see the light on the end increase in intensity. And you can see that now, very slight intensity increase. As with other controllers, D, E, and Max do not cause the light intensity to change. So they stay the same. D, E, and Max are all the same. That is hardwired in the controller and cannot be changed. So if I go back to low, we'll see the intensity of the light drop. So that is working correctly. The other thing I can do is when I'm in low, I can press the high fan switch, and that'll cause the light to go to maximum intensity. We see that happening now, maximum intensity. So you see as I switch through this, nothing happens. It stays at maximum. Now that we've shown that the fan speed control works properly, let's go ahead and check out the manual feed option. The manual feed is a momentary switch, and when I press it, I expect the light with the yellow indicator, which simulates the auger motor, to come on. At the same time, you might hear the auger motor. I have an auger motor located behind this panel, and you'll see this spin. So let's do that again. So that is also functioning correctly. The next thing I'll do is go to automatic mode. To do that, I'll press on the auger button. When I do, we'll see the green light up here come on, and a timer inside the controller will start. We see the green light come on, and a timer has started. Effectively what that timer does, it's approximately 20-25 seconds before the first cycle of the auger. I'm on low right now, so shortly we'll see the light come on for the auger. We'll see the indicator light back here come on, and we'll see this spin as the auger motor is being driven. Let's wait for that to happen. There you saw it. So a very short moment. The light came on for a short period of time, and the motor spun very shortly. Let's go through that cycle one more time. And one last time before I switch it to max to see the difference. So let's wait for that to happen. Once I switch it over to max, there's the last iteration. Once I switch it over to max, of course we see the intensity of the light come on, but what we'll notice is that the auger will drive for a longer period of time, but it'll also be shorter intervals of off time. Notice a longer drive period, shorter off time. There, that was about half the time of the low mode. So let's go through a few cycles of that. One last time. There it is. So that's all the tests that I can do at this time. Bryan, I do want to thank you for sending me your controller. I'll return this to you now. We'll speak on the phone together if you don't mind. We'll see if we can resolve issues that are potentially in your stove that could have been causing the problem you were seeing. But at this time, as I noted, I don't see anything wrong with your controller, and I'm going to return it as is. So for all of you viewers out there, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own, whether it's a Breckwell or a different brand, feel free to contact me. You'll find my contact information listed in the video description down below. I'd be glad to speak to you about any problems you might be having with it and see if I can work with you to help resolve them. Brian, thanks again. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.